Now the only scenario I know ahead of time that I know for sure isn't even a possibility here is to hook up that pressure line to the check valve, because when I've tried that in the past, it shuts the motor off at certain parts of the pattern. Let's just see if this is going to reach. Yeah, this will reach. So I'll try that position first. We'll see. And because we're running pressure, we'll obviously have to reset the needle. That's another thing. All these experiments, all this technology, but when you get it right, there's something about the day you get it right, or the afternoon, that ride home is... Frank McMillan said it right one time. He somehow alluded to the fact that when you have the plane running just the way you want, and on that way home, boy, oh boy, is it pleasant. And he's right. He's totally right. Now the trick is going to be... Let's just see what the starting routine is with this. You know what I did? I got to put the filter on. The filter isn't on. Look at this. Now I got to pull the whole thing apart to get the filter on. Oh. It's always something, Gilda. It's always something. Unbelievable. Unbelievable things are happening. But as I said before, when you do get it right, it's very satisfying, that's for sure. We gotta get that charged. Can you believe this? Totally professional, no battery. Now another thing, after a couple of flights I realized I need to get a hole somewhere in here, so I don't have any way to get rid of this big giant tubing flapping around in the breeze. And on the overflow vent, it gave me a nice smooth run, as predictable as could be, and a somewhat muted motor run. Now, what a lot of people do to get the motor run back is just use a bigger Venturi, and we could do that too. We also have, in this case, plenty of fuel supply. We got about 20 laps at the end of the pattern, so that may be one thing we want to do the next time we get to do some maintenance on this at the shop. Get a real nice, neat hole in there, somewhere where we can let that tubing come out and make a little bit neater connection. But the next thing I want to try, I need a little piece of tubing as an extension. I want to extend that out, and I want to try it and see if I like it better on the Uniflow vent. Now, as a temporary way to test this, I can use the Bilrich fitting until that'll allow me to test the Uniflow anyway, and see if I like it better one way or the other. Now, as an example, if you have a real heavy plane and the motor's working hard, you might want to have that the motor gets real lean at the end of the flight. But on a light plane, relatively light, overpowered plane, you really want to just soften up the motor till you have the power that you want. So what this is doing is giving us a lot of choices that we really didn't have before. And what I'll do, I'll try to set up the tripod. We're going to be here about another half hour, at least get one flight that we can look at when we get back to the shop. I'm not sure any of these flights are going to be of value, but I can always compare, and I can compare this morning's session that we had with the 3 blades. I can take a look at that, and I can look at this with the 2 blades and with our what I'll call a muted motor run. But sometimes you can compensate with just a simple thing like a bigger Venturi. We don't have right now I don't want to waste good air to do that. I'll do that on a lousier day. And the fact that we spent some of this day and had real good luck with Rich Woolbridge's motor, this is kind of a luxury that I have time to do this. Now we've got it's our dream come true. There's not a drop of oil anywhere on the plane. We've got a relatively muted motor run. and I need to put holes in the fuselage to allow that tube to come out, and or another vent. Maybe what I need to do is just get another, I'll have to think about this. But it was very predictable. I knew that was going to happen. I knew with the bottom pressure on the overflow vent, we'd get that speed up at the end, and I can look at that now that I've got some of it on video. And I still like the motor run with the open vent better, but until we get this venting thing resolved even further, I'm not sure where that's going to wind up. But we really did learn something today. We learned something very, very valuable, that if I'm going to run this pipe pressure, I just need to put a bigger Venturi in the plane, open it up just a little bit, something like that. And I think the next time I get a shop day to do that, that'll be an appropriate thing to do. But we have used, well, I need to go get some more sunscreen on. I'm cooking out here, I'm dehydrated. I went through 3 or 4 bottles of water already. But finally, we got rid of all the people giving driving lessons and everything, and I'm just enjoying being out here. Just loving the fact that I got the whole field to myself. So what I want to do, I want to, well, let's just say I'll get at least one more flight on this. I just a shame to waste conditions like this. It's a sin to waste conditions like this. Okay, this is going to be the end of the day. I'm cooked. We got plenty of sunscreen on, and the problem is we just had the illegal alien driving school come in with a couple more students. You may see them in the background as I'm flying. session really feeling like I learned something, like I put some information in the database, and like for sure we have no oil on the plane. Now we're back to a muted motor run. What I think I'll do is the next shop day, open up the Venturi 10,000s, and we'll go from there. And I need to install, I've got an idea how I want to do the venting, have another vent in the plane. Well, I just feel like this was a worthwhile day, and the fact that Rich Walbridge's engine ran so good, we're winning within winning. It's been a good day. Now finally, after all this time, after all this work and all this back and forth, we have an absolute minimum cleanup. And this is one of the things, actually some of this is before we seal this nose up, but this is one of the things I really like, is at the end of the day not to have to take a grease bath to get the plane ready for either the shop work or the next session or both. Oh man, we learned something today. I'd say this was a way better than average day. Now it's certainly not only the cosmetic part of this that bothers me. The part that bothers me is that oil on a take-apart plane starts to work its way in at the joints, and sometimes when you take it apart there's some oil in there. Now I also found that since Jose had flown the plane, I noticed the wing was up a little bit. I made a little bit bigger trim tab, and we have the flap adjuster on this plane. We're going to have to adjust this up at some future time. Certainly not hurting the way it flies, and it's not, the trim tab and the flap adjustment isn't something that annoys me anywhere near as much as having this oil on a plane. But it's a good session. It was a good day. We actually had 2 sessions today, so this is what I call adding data to the database, and I think we're going to be able to upgrade the performance here just by having a bigger Venturi and having that venting changed. And it'll certainly add to the life of the plane, not having to take a bath in fuel every time you have that Uniflow vent open. Okay, so good day. We're going to get back to the shop. Ooh, look at that sky. This is the flag that tells me we may have another good flying day. Look at this now. Here's our tax money at work. Beautiful field. You think we could use it for flying? Not a chance. Here used to be one of our local businesses, gone forever. Amazing, you turn around and there's another one right down here. You got to see this to believe it. This used to be one of our favorite restaurants. Within a matter of less than a month, they've turned it into a parking lot. Look at this. Like big construction money at work. And of course, the thing we look forward to every morning. Everybody's got a Corvette, even Gerald Champ. Look at this. Still 2 left. On sale today. See John Cafaro for details. Anyway, looks like we're going to have another good flying day. Look at that sky in the morning. When you get up early, and I know those Bimbalinis beat me to the field, so I don't even try anymore. They get up at 3 in the morning so they can have the first flight in good air. Geese! They're already flying, I can't believe it. I see airplanes in the background. They're everywhere. No wonder these guys get to be world champions so quickly. Look at this. Actually, it's beautiful here in the morning. It really is. Oh, Brian's even here. Wow, the gang of 4, the Wild Hogs. So of course we give Brian the good air. This is one of the reasons he's got to be an expert in a very short amount of time. He gobbles up all the good air, then he goes to work. Well, you know what the choice is? If I had a choice of having the good air and then going to work, or having bad air and being able to fly all day, I'll take flying all day. Anyway, Brian really has gotten some use. This ARF, he's really gotten some use out of this ARF. It's unbelievable. And looks like we're coming up on a beautiful day. We'll try out our new, I added a tank vent to the Testarossa in an attempt. What, at the end of the day yesterday looked like the only way we're going to get away with this is by running pipe pressure or something like that mutes the motor run, but spend some more time with it today. We got the Navanta here in case the day stretches out longer than you think it will. We'll see. You never know. You never know what God has in store for you. And this time of year, this is my test for a good time of year. When you got to wear a jacket in the morning or a flannel shirt, and then later in the day you wish you brought the shorts. That gives you the widest variety of working on your plane, learning how to fly under different conditions. And I think this is one of the reasons these guys, Kajeski and Brian, and they've all gotten pretty good in a hurry. And having ARFs. And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag here or anything, but there are more ARFs coming very soon. More ARFs are in the pipeline. I'm sworn to secrecy. Little flat, Bri. More of a point on the top. Since Brian sees a lot of these videos, we usually try to coach each other. I think John and Rich were coaching each other the other day. Oh, but early in this cool morning, oh my God, is it nice. It is a beautiful morning. A great day to be a Ferrari. Now this is the problem, is when we're flying here, this time of the morning, you wind up looking right into the sun. Yeah, that Ferrari's there every about third day. I think he works for Comcast. Probably some big shot.
Maybe he owns it.
I ought to stop and put my business card under the windshield.
All right.
All right, one flipper. The Penguins are ready. One flip, baby. Two flips, three flips. Hey! What a guy! Okay, this is...
You could feel it. It's rubbery and it sticks to itself real good. It's amazing.
Okay, we'll try this on the handle.
It's made for high water applications. You know?
Oh, okay. Sealing and insulating.
But it doesn't unravel. It doesn't.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give this a try. I like to be able to adjust the handle anyway, you know.
It's like double the cost on regular tape, but it's worth it.
How much I owe you? $5? Yeah, no. I know. I felt your handle when I was walking a plane in one day. This feels good.
It's kind of like that stuff you had with the holes in it, the baseball grip stuff.
Yeah, but that stuff doesn't last. The problem is...
It doesn't let go, even right here. It just bonds to itself. Even, you see how I got it taped here?
Yeah. And for the battery, it's good because you can get a grip on it.
Well, yeah, what I did was, see, that's the positive end. I just put a piece crossways.
Right, and then wrap it the other way.
It's like self-vulcanizing almost,
yeah.
You know, like...
I'll bring the old Nike heads tomorrow. Brian found a thing at Harbor Freight to get these Nike heads, what, 2 for $5? Yeah. So you can rebuild them. And by the way, anybody knows, when you fly as much as we do, these things don't even last a year sometime. At the end of the year, they hold the charge very short, for a very short time.
250 in 10 minutes a time.
Yeah, hey, I'm hip. Now, one of my little things I did yesterday, added a vent. Obviously, we're going to redo this whole nose at over the winter maybe or something. The whole front of this fuselage needs to be repainted, but that's a job for another day. Today we're going to fly. Now we're going to get a one flipper here, am I right? You're going to give Rich Oliver a lesson on how to start engines?
Don't say anything. This is not one of his engines.
Oh, wait, we don't say that on.
Don't say anything.
More Rich. All right, Strega, baby. I got some pictures from Sam Shirata. He did an ARC. A real nice paint job. Like almost at this red. Made his own picture.
Yeah, it's exciting. He said you'd be in before Christmas.
Well, I'm going to try to go down there as soon as Karen retires. Help him set up the shop and stuff. We got about 8 million miles from the credit card, you know, so.
Boy, you're going to fly.
Yeah, we'll just fly down there. He's got plenty of ARFs to fly. What do I need to bring a plane for?
You still have the Stregas.
Strega's down. Tell Mike Scott bring it over. Mike Scott's got the 90 in his Strega. I sent him the pipe. He's ready to go.
Really?
Yeah, he wants a pipe on. He's ready to rock. I'll test that. Snake cranks out. We got the pipe in there. One flip. One thing. Watch your paintings. Oh, almost. Oh, almost two. Our third one. Oh. I'm just glad it's not as hot as it was. The world according to Strega. Fly backwards. Boy, that air is dead, baby.
It's starting to move a little bit now.
Yeah, it's blowing now a little bit, but boy, that first flight, that was...
Oh, good job.
I was backing up half of the length of the parking lot. I was thinking I'd come over and have a cup of coffee with you guys while I'm flying. Well, it's supposed to rain tonight, rain tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
and then nice Sunday, stun heaven. Sunday, Sunday. Now they're having scale Sunday too?
I don't know.
Did Peabody say?
I don't know.
I'm gonna try to hit the air show too if I can on the way home maybe tomorrow.
Is the air show on tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Where, Peterborough?
Yeah, Teterboro. They got the signs up, I assume.
Oh.
I assume they'll be flying right over our head too, you know, like they did in years gone by.
What are they going to have?
Supposed to have the B-17, oh, they had it in the paper.
B-35?
Yeah, I don't know. They had it in the paper, I forgot. And some jets, the Tomcats or whatever they are, the ones that aren't really current.
Yeah.
I guess they got all the current ones over in Iraq or something right now. I don't know. It was pretty good. Brian and I went last year. It was a lot of fun. It was
I
nice.
didn't see it last year. Year before last.
They had an Avenger over there last time, a TBF Avenger. I had no idea how big that plane was.
Well,
That thing's a monster. It's like a Sky Raider.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it's a huge plane.
Oh, yeah.
And that poor guy on the bottom on the ball turret, man, that could, that wouldn't be the job I'd volunteer for.
You got to be a small guy.
Oh yeah. You gotta crouch in there and everything.
Like the turret and a B-17.
Yep, like
be
the
a
guy on a
small guy.
B-17, right. Down by Richard Oliver's, they had we went to a museum where they had one of those ball turrets. You could go and, you know, like see how comfortable it is. Man alive, you better be like 150 pounds.
You got to be a small guy.
Oh yeah, murder. Plus, they said a lot of guys, when the plane went down, on, you know, for fire, the guy in a ball turret never, because they had to crank it up to get him out, that he went down with the plane a lot of times. Yeah, we're getting some breeze now. At least you can do consecutive maneuvers. Boy, that first flight, that was a little hairy. Just a little hairy. I remember some days at the club field when the air would be like that. Oh man, what a nightmare. Yeah, we'll just see how the weather plays out. At least you don't have as much sun in your eyes as yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, at a morning session I had, oh man, you can't even see the plane. I think it's time to go for another eye test too, because my eyes are bothering me all the time. Even on these long driving trips, they never used to bother me. What was that all about, Rich?
I don't know.
What the hell was that? Hey, what's that? Strega doesn't bail out of maneuvers. He goes down with the plane. Look at it. All right. Yeah, you know what it is? The wind up top now is a lot more than on the ground because it.
Yeah.
I notice as soon as you get up top, it's hawky. Maybe a very short day. We don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out, Mr. Strega. Mr. Strega. Now, we listened to the radio this morning to find out if the weather was going to be as we thought it might be, rainy, and it's it's rainy, believe me. And the thing that's a shame about it is today's the day the B-17 is coming in. We wanted to see it, and I don't even know if it's VFR, it may be IFR conditions. And we wanted to go down a field, we wanted to get some of the field ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big Pal Park contest, but boy, it sure doesn't look promising. But I think I'll go up there anyway and go past, I have to go past the airport. Just hope it stops raining for a little while anyway. I'm sure they have IFR equipment in the B-17 so they don't get, you know, they don't get in a pinch if conditions are like this. But what a shame for an air show. They're not going to get much of a crowd today if it's like this. Usually at the end of the season like this, the last month or two, and you never know how long that can be, Rutherford turns into a pretty nice place. And then maybe a month from now, the leaves will start falling and we'll be buried in leaves. Boy, I'm glad I put a good coat of wax on my two vets. They had 3 here up until about a month ago. Doesn't look promising, kids. You know, every once in a while, though, I have a day like this, and an hour into the day, the sun comes out, and so we never really like to discount the fact that the day is shot. And sometimes it's just fun going up and just hang out at the diner for a while and talk about the good old days, yesterday. Well, there's the B-17. I don't know if we're even going to get in here. Well, not right now anyway. There's C-47, the B-17. Here it is right here. Well, I decided to do, because of the weather, is go up there, well, there's the 17 in the back. I got some Army vehicles up here, some deuce and a halves, and some other stuff. There's a, looks like a 6, a DC-6. Anyway, we're gonna come back here later, hang out at the field for an hour or so, because we got to do work on a field to get it ready for the contest tomorrow, even if we don't get to fly. And then we'll come back here and hope it stops raining. Jeez. Rain, rain, go away.
Steering, windows, locks and mirrors, ABS brake, wheel mounted stereo and cruise control, dual airbag.
I guess he's going down to the classic car show here or something. See, this is what I want to get for my motorcycle now. My bike is 25 years old. I can get these historic QQ plates next time I renew. I wish I had the music Singing in the Rain. I'm singing in the rain. Rich and John beat me to the field, and they're singing in the rain. Look, yeah, it'll stop. Don't worry. It'll stop now that Wendy's here. I bet what these guys are thinking. If you guys went to church more often, we'd have a sunny day. Yeah, we could fly over there, you could fly over here. Don't you love to do this? Now it's funny, I got the 2 Ferrari planes in the car, but of course, what I don't have is an R for the Spitfire or something that I can fly in the rain, so, and it's still raining, it's looking like, well, I hope tomorrow it's not going to be like this. Not real promising. They said it's going to clear up this afternoon, but this is not a day to get the Ferraris wet. The Ferraris want to stay dry. Well, not every day do you win. This one goes in the loss column, and it just never got better. Now this is funny. They say the goose population is going down in North Jersey. Do you really think it is? Think twice. Now, you notice there's one thing, there are no baby geese. None. That's one of the little pathetic things. I don't know what's going on here, but we had that big storm in the spring. I think it wiped out all the baby geese. Look at this action. They're fighting with the seagulls here. And needless to say, every once in a while we're taking a flight and a whole ton of them go flying over the field at once. Amazing. Look, one of them has a piece of bread here. John DeTavio throws a loaf of bread out to them and they go crazy over here. They kill for bread. It's like the geese mafia. Just incredible, all these geese. And as we go past the airport, we'll probably go down here tomorrow. What's amazing is how these planes, how big they are, how high, how they sit up over the... Just amazing. How, I guess because of the prop clearance, so used to seeing jets that sit right low to the ground. And these guys, boy, they sit up high. Anyway, we're gonna save that for tomorrow. And it seems like as I get older in life, I take these disappointing days a lot better than when I was younger. I would really get frustrated in the past. Now I just, well, I realize I'm not going to be pitching a no-hitter here. That's for sure. Always have some of these days where it just doesn't work out. But we'll hope for a better day tomorrow. This certainly looks like it's going to be a better day to run the trains than to fly the planes. Well, again, being old, you accept these disappointments, I think, a lot better than when you're young. Just part of life. Well, it's Sunday morning and it looks like, well, at least it's not raining. It looks like the wind isn't blowing too bad yet. Looks like they make it a good day for our annual club contest at Palisade Park. Now, from the look of that flag, the air is already starting to move, so that's usually not a good thing this early in the morning. It usually means we're going to have some, not the greatest air in the world here, early in the morning like this, too. Yeah, the wind is already coming up. I see the C-47s over there, the B-17. We're passing it again. And we'll probably see it flying overhead today, if all goes well. But again, every day, this time of year, every day is a surprise. Oh, those big guys are out there. Does he pay you the usual caddy amount? How come? You better ask for a raise in pay. Hey! So I put out on the internet that Brian's gunning for Mike Cooper, and guess what happens? Brian decides not to fly. Oh, what a whiff.
There was no decision.
Yeah, looks like we're going to have a good morning despite a little bit of breeze here. And one of the newer ARPs in the club, Bobby Krug's ARP, Strega. A lot of Stregas as always.
10. Alexa will handle that. I need pictures of you in your airplane.
Ah, here comes Lost Luggage now. Lost Luggage Modesto. Bringing his plane in the usual way, not by airline.
You're not allowed to start your own motor.
Sponsored by Delta Airlines and Wendy Hartnowski. Pattern Master, all right.
I figured today was the day to fly.
You bet. I'm glad, because this time I get to fly your plane. I gotta wear your fuel out.
It's all yours, man. This is all yours.
And I'm gonna make you start it and wipe it off and everything. And I just go home.
I got it.
Ooh, the bomber is, oh, look at this. The B-17 is going to be flying over later there. It's still down the airport today, yeah. They got two of them. Hey, there's my boy. What's up? What do you got?
Pictures of the bomber from the league contest.
Oh, okay, great.
I shot some.
There's a lot of pictures on here?
Oh yeah, tons.
Oh, tons, okay, good.
Yeah, pick the ones you like.
All right. Can I keep this or you need it? Okay. Oh my God, look at it, they're all here. You gonna win scale today or stunt or both?
I don't think so.
Hey, that's great. Put it down, we'll get some pictures of it. Wait a minute, I want to get by. Turn it this way, George.
Which way you want?
I don't want to see my shadow in the sun. That's good. Oh, yeah. I don't like that at all. It works perfect. Look, there's no better way that I know to do it. Yeah, that's nice.
All contestants, please sign up if you haven't done so already. We intend to get the show on the road at 9 o'clock sharp. If you have not signed,
We already believe with all this stuff, there's somebody trying to drive through the parking lot. Oh, hard to believe.
So far, I'm going to
The guys are down from Massachusetts today. And we still have a little bit of water out here on the parking lot. Not much, but some. The Retro Discovery. Nice Oriental here. Mike Cooper's Strega. Painted up to look like mine. Buddy Weeder's Cavalier. Another Strega, I think that's Mike Costella's. Pattern Master. Jim Demeral's latest Pattern Master. Rodak Cardinals.
Hey, what the hell is that?
That's mine. I was looking for that. That's. Yeah, come on, John. Out of the picture, baby.
All right, get out of the way.
What did you hit with this?
Tension wire.
I read about that on the internet. I thought, oh man,
Yeah, they
you're
told
trying to outdo me.
They told me, yeah, go ahead, Dave, fly. You be the first one. Right? He's an idiot, I am, right?
You never want to be the first anything.
Pocket arrows in my head.
The first guy gets the arrow in his head.
if you have not gotten your picture taken,
Oh!
please see Rich Peabody.
What are you guys building? How's Dave?
Right.
I saw Wendy was selling a couple of his motors.
Yeah. You grab the handle, Jose, and I'll bring it out.
Well, so far it's still flyable.
Hey, Bobby.
Way back one spot. These are balanced. You know what the fuck is
Yeah, Rick and Yampolsky are here. Yeah, with the Discovery.
No, Woody didn't come, obviously.
Well, George Waters has the bomber anyway. If it stays nice, get to fly that.
And guess who comes over my house?
The B-17. I was in the oil change place when he went over. I didn't have the camera.
And then we went to New Milford, to
Yeah.
the garage sale.
Yeah.
And guess who came over?
The B-17. Feel like you're in Berlin during World War II here. Same thing, same thing. Seen one, you've seen them all.
All they have to do is look for North Central Avenue and the A&P.
They'll be lost.
Trouble.
They'll be lost. My son and his girlfriend are supposed to come here. I think they're going to get lost. I gave them the wrong direction. Jose Modesto, this will be the last practice flight. Now what they're going to do is they're going to run 2 rounds. And what they're going to do is fly on 2 circles, and the judges change between rounds. So both scores will count. And I'm not sure because our schedule is, usually we want to be out of here by 1 o'clock, but we'll see how the day plays out. See how Karen's sense of humor holds up when I tell her I can't be home to take her shopping. She usually doesn't really go for that.
Please, there will be a pilots meeting. We intend to get this going right away. 9 o'clock. Thanks.
The king of the Testarossa, Jose Modesto. Flying his pattern mast, the classic pattern mast, the Big Jim design. And it's basically thanks to Jose that we had a test plane for our 90, and we certainly made good use of that last year. We probably got 20, 25 gallons of fuel through that before we ever put it into a new plane, new construction plane. Jose, of course, has many, and part of this plane may be composite too. He's got a lot of interest in composite construction, like with, well, pretty much running parallel to what we've been doing. He's made some fuses, some wings, some whole planes, half planes. It's been pretty interesting stuff. Paralleling what Dave Midgley and I have done in the same vein, I guess, same idea. Boy, that sun is brutal. Every time I go by, I have to close my eye, the eye that's open. I'm finding out another thing. As I get older, and I never realized this is true until I went to an eye doctor, I said, I have this problem that as I explain them what we do, we fly, and you go through the sun, and there's about a split second at which it never was before when I was younger, but right at that split second you go through the sun, it really takes a little time to refocus, and that's very typical for aged people. Yes, Rich? What's up?
Here's our plane at 9 o'clock sharp. 9 o'clock.
This is Rich's private plane. It flies over the field at 9 o'clock every morning, right over the field. Virgin Atlantic. Jose's been upstaged by a Virgin. Anyway, we're expecting a B-17 to come over. They give rides, $425 a ride. Then they go up along the Hudson, down around the Statue of Liberty. Anytime they have an air show here, and that's a couple of times, maybe 3 times a year, it's always a lot of fun watching them go over. And we've got many of those old air shows on when they had the B-25s here. One year they had the TBF Avenger. That was the one blew my mind. That Avenger went over the field and it just sounded so cool. Had the same sound as a Bearcat. And I was shocked. I heard on the radio, well, yesterday, that some guys got killed at the Reno air races now. Boy, I hope. I know when Gary Levitz got killed, we heard about it. But if I get any more detail, that's not the kind of details I really want to know about either. But any of these motorsports, they're dangerous. NASCAR, bike racing. And again, one of the things I love about model planes, model aviation, the best of its, I call it the best of all worlds. You never have to really pay with your life. Maybe you pay with your finger, like in Lampione's case, but you don't pay with your life. Boy, this is going to be a factor today, I can tell. Jose, man, good choice, Jose. Yeah, look at that smile. Yeah, you're right, Jose. Don't have to be Dave Fitzgerald at the end of the flight doing 10 outside loops or anything here. Forget it. Fly it out. Still cool, and the motors are using a little more than average fuel, so there you go. Avoiding the puddle. Good choice, Jose. I'm impressed.
What kind of Ferrari it was, but it was red, that color.
As you drive in here, if you look over by the Comcast building, about 1 day out of 3 there's a Ferrari in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I assume it's one of the executives. I got a couple pictures of it, but it's an older one. I think it's an 80s one. Cafaro is going to tell me what it is. But it looks mint, you know, it looks waxed every day, looks.
Pilots meeting, it's 9 o'clock. All contestants,
What kind of shirt
gather
is that?
over
That white one? Is that the Russian
to the
jacket?
Yeah.
truck so that we can have a pilots meeting. Thanks.
Where are we going? Do it here. We're all hanging. Why are we walking over there when we're all over here?
Because I want to make it official.
Oh.
After I swap it with my end.
No.
And there's raffle tickets too.
You know, it's a lot.
All right, Wendy. So here's what we got today, guys. I want to thank everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. And we've got a couple of things going. I know that Bob's going to say some words about Big Jim Greenaway. We've got some hobby donations, and if you didn't bring any, if you forgot, you got something in your toolbox that's real good shape and usable for the berries. They lost every bit of hobby items they had. Put it in here. Tom Hampshire has volunteered to get it. Here's the heart just come. Tom Hampshire has volunteered to get it in the box and get it down to the berries. They're real great people. Alyssa's going to be tabulating today, and John. Alyssa knows why to tabulate, how and stuff like that. It's pretty special. Right now, did you just sign up, Jose?
Yeah.
All right, we have 11 experts and 8 advanced. We had thought, like last week up in Lee, we had, what, 14 experts and 5 advanced?
17.
And
17.
The experts ran forever and the advanced were all done. I was going to judge 2, and you were going to have to fly 2 flights. Does everybody want to fly 2 flights, or do you want to try that, or do you want to fly advanced there and experts here? Right, show of hands. Experts here, expert and advanced segregated.
Yeah.
All right, we have enough. It may run a little long, but that way only 1 flight will count.
Yeah, we get
Okay.
a throwaway though.
Right? Yeah. We have a throwaway. It also frees up a couple more flyers. Okay? So I want to thank everybody. We will fly then experts on the front, on this circle here, which we designated as what, circle 2, Rick?
Yeah.
And we'll fly advanced over there. I suggest pitting the advanced in the back and take care of that now before we start flying, because it is close here. We're sleepy.
Make a mark by any of them.
Sleepy could tell us how close it is.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Okay?
At the bottom.
Now, for the
across the
expert
circle now.
guys, for experts, we have famous people going to judge experts. We have Rich Giacobone. Raise your hand. So they'll know we want a target. And we have John DeTavio. Where's John?
Right over here.
All right. That's,
John doesn't know where he is.
all right. They're going to judge experts. And Brian and Tom are going to judge advanced. Okay. Very good. So that's taken care of. We're going to get, as soon as we get the judges, I will have, the flight order is not posted on the board. I will put a little sheet that's a flight order, okay? That we'll put by each circle. Okay? Any questions? We're going to fly beginner, intermediate here, and then scale later. This event, we've got 50-50 tickets going for the, and we're going to have a B-17 flyover I arranged today.
Yeah.
They go to the museum, guys. So, where the 50-50 raffle will go entirely to the museum. The other proceeds, some of it's circle burner. We have Ron the Deli guy is here. who actually makes a living selling sandwiches to people. These are good sandwiches, guys.
And he makes a good living too. He can afford all the arfs he wants.
There you are. So that's what we got. Now, Bobby, tell us about your contest, and then tell us about Big Jim, too.
Our contest, as you guys know, is the last Sunday of September, the 30th. And I hope we get lucky like you guys and don't get rained out or blown out. So we actually might have a contest this year. So we're looking forward to seeing you all. We're going to have some great judges. We got Sleepy and Borelli. We got Rogers and Andy Lee. I mean, those are historic names in themselves. You know, when you add them all together, wow, they're all 150 or so years old. So they work out okay. As you guys know, we lost Big Jim. There was a few of us at the services and the wake. It was kind of sad for me. I'm going to tell you guys how I felt about it. Here's a guy who was known all over the world. You may have liked him, you may have not liked him. He was a great man. Black issue never came up with Jim. You were just one of the boys. And if you had the time to sit down and talk about stunt with Jimmy, he would sit down and talk to you. He had his opinions, and believe me, I think he was way ahead of his time. He certainly was taken from us too young. Jim was only 69 years old. I mean, you know, when legends like myself, I may be a legend someday in my own mind.
Nah.
And John DeTavio, I hope you guys show up.
Joe Ortiz was a legend, not you. Jose's a legend. Look at that legend.
Jose is a legend.
Hey, legend.
And it just seemed not fitting for a guy of his stature. Like I said, for me, it was a sad note. And his son James, who is a little slow and not quite fully retarded, but really had a hard time with it. It was heart-wrenching. You had to be there to see it, and it was scary. But at any event, I would like you all to remember Big Jim in your prayers. And for those, I don't know what denomination you are, I'd like to say the Our Father in his honor. Also, we have other guys that we've lost in the past, Dick Kurth and Joey Ortiz, and we also lost another club member just a month ago, Guy Fletcher. So, with that in mind, and also our boys fighting overseas for us, so that we could do this. And believe me, that's important. Whether you agree with the war, you don't agree with the war. You know, there are those of us who are in Nam or in Korea, for the older guys, and you know, it was a senseless war, and so was this one. But you know, that's the U.S. That's the way we are. We're always looking to help the next guy. So, if you join me now, and if you don't want to say the Our Father in whatever is your particular prayer, go right ahead. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Is there anybody here that can't hear me? Following up on what Bobby said, I had a very close relationship with Big Jim for many years, and I want to pay my own personal tribute to him. I'm writing what I think is going to be a very nice article for Control Line World. John Brodak is going to devote, not in the issue that's coming out next week, the next issue, a major part of the, I hope, several pages. What I'm trying to do is get old pictures of Jim. If anybody has a picture, I'll make sure you get them all back. Old pictures when he was young, when he might have been in better health, when he used to put Mike Rogers in a garbage can and things like that. Number one, that would be nice. But if anybody has a personal little story, funny little story they want to include in, I think we all owe it to him. And as we all get older, one by one, somebody's going to have to write these stories. I mean, whether you like it or not, we're not getting younger any day.
We're in the fourth quarter.
So, as I've always told Rich, if I go first, you better have that story written. So, but anyway, if anybody would like to contribute, send it to me by email, by mail, or just dictate it over the phone. It's going to be professionally edited by John Pothier. It's not going to be a mishmash of things. And I'm looking for the pictures more than anything, pictures that have not appeared on Stupid Stunt, or Bobby I know has some in his collection. I have some, and there's going to be a nice little tribute in the Control Line World that'll be out next week. But I'm looking to make a 2 or 3 page, a very nice tribute to the man. I think every person here, there's not a person I can look in the eye, has some part of his plane that Big Jim either designed, helped him make. One way or another, we all owe the man something. He was a very creative, innovative guy, and the biggest thing is he shared it with everybody. He didn't have a circle of friends he helped and a lot of guys that he wouldn't help. I'd challenge anybody here to say they've called Big Jim and he didn't want to talk to them. If there's anybody that, I've never known anybody that called him up and said I needed help or something, and he wouldn't come out and help you. So I'd like to do that, and I'd like you all to be part of it in whatever way you choose to be. So thank you.
Tommy, what do you got? This game about not quite getting able to flash the feature.
to see the twin fly today. If one cardinal isn't enough, just see Neil Beekman.
2 motors. 2 motors.
You gonna get him tuned up today?
Twice as ahead.
Oh, stop it. Anyway, we're after Cooper, so we're gonna set up the tripod somewhere, I hope. I gotta get the secret technology here. Secret stuff. Isn't that where the glow plug goes? You know, you put the cowl hole down right by the glow plug there. That's pretty cool.
You just screw it into the cylinder head.
Easy being smart.
Where's the wind? Where's the sun? What's happening?
Trying to steal all this just in case, God forbid, I should want to put these in my B-25 so they both shut off at the same time.
Hey.
Hey, how's Palco doing with his with the Mustang? He went up to Neat, right?
Right.
Yeah, I know, Neat's today.
It must be getting really close.
Because I talked to, I had dinner with Sergio this week, and he said, oh no, Mikey coming up to the Neat. I said, oh, that must mean it's ready to show off.
Oh, if he was wanting to show it off, he'd have came here.
Yeah.
Well, don't they do demo flights? I never was to Neat yet, but they always have it on the weekend of our club contest, so.
Yeah.
I'd love to go, I'll be honest. It's only an only 2-hour ride for me, but. Especially now that this stuff's all over the place. Helicopters, planes. Man, you got more neoprene tubing in there than
I thought Jack was ready. I
thought
get stuff. I'm up after him.
Well, I'm not even.
I can give him a lunch if you. Yeah, you're next.
You want to give him?
I'll give him a lunch. Yeah. I'm qualified.
Like way not set up.
Yeah, get ready. Don't hold up the parade here, Banjock. I don't want you getting a good air today.
I'm gonna get the greatest air there ever was.
You'll be flying in a B-17. Will fly over.
Yeah.
I never saw such an ordeal in my life.
Well, it was.
Right, you could put a new Rojet in a plane by the time you put this battery in. Look at this. Jose, you're an electric guy. Can you give him a lunch, Jose, so I can film this? Yeah. He's out here. I could have gotten a practice flight. I could have beat Banjock today. I should have practiced yesterday. Yeah, we just got magnetic. Did you ever plug that in and the motor was on? Uh-oh, I don't like that sound. Up, beep, up, up, up. Is that one of Sergio's timers?
Yeah.
Make sure you use them. I need the money.
You know what happens. It'll turn right into the sun.
It's going, trust me. Wherever the sun is, that's where your wing over pull out will be.
Yep, that's right.
Trust me.
That's absolutely right. That's right.
Trust me, been there, done that.
Yep, it's going to go right into the sun. Right
Buddy,
now
can you
it's
give him
that
a
way.
launch? Sure. Please?
Right now it's that way.
Because Danny's up next.
Yeah.
Don't worry. See competition?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Hey, Susan.
I just came to say good morning. Bien, bien, gracias.
Hi, Susan. Ready. I can't wait. Now, tell me what I'm doing. Hold it and walk away, or is it hold it and launch it?
Hold it. Okay. All right.
These are the decisions you don't have.
All you heard was military jets. You don't understand. Nothing of you.
Okay, Jack Weston. Sorry we had to get the camera in position here. We're trying to get some of these flights on tape. Next up after this is going to be Danny Banjock. And I'm not sure, we're obviously limited by where we can put the camera here. We're in the middle of the pits, in fact. May have to move this. Let's see where he's going to wind up doing his maneuvers, which usually, and as many times as I've flown here, is usually right into the sun. So what's new, Sue? From what? Oh, maybe food poisoning?
Since Wednesday?
Oh, no. Food poisoning's one day. You die or you recover. There's no in between. Taco Bell.
I'm seriously considering bringing her to the hospital tomorrow. I know she went to the doctor, they did blood work, but there's been no change since Wednesday.
Oh, boy, that's
She
scary.
hardly walked.
Yeah, that's not something you want to take lightly then.
We're going to have to spoon her. She's home sleeping now, and I'm going to go back.
You got a force code you can get away from.
Here's Karen. Good morning.
Hey.
Oh, I didn't see you. Good morning.
How are you?
Mike wants to eat it.
Well, things are deteriorating at the house now.
Yeah, well, of course.
They're speaking Greek.
Oh, good.
I spent about 6 hours, I knew nothing.
You're not learning the fluid. You don't know what Windex is yet?
Of course.
Got to do that Windex thing.
I didn't know she spoke. She picked it up from her husband.
Yeah. She speaks, she's like you, she speaks 4 or 5 languages. I don't know if you can read and write. She could write Greek too.
Wow,
Which
that's
is
wonderful.
confusing because they got extra letters.
Yeah. Well, the whole alphabet's different. You love the
But
They went to go get coffee, I think. I think they went to get coffee.
I'm going home. I really sick. I don't know. I think tomorrow I'm just going to put her in the hospital.
I never really knew Big Jim.
Ah, you missed him. He was a good one.
Yeah, this is a week before. Well, my Super Kiss was about half pattern master.
Every plane out here is half pattern.
Well, actually, Puso always been sort of non-committal, but I think one time in a moment of weakness,
he admitted it.
He did say that it was like 95% pattern master.
Well, the two possibilities are the guys that somehow copied the pattern master when planes got big, and then the liars. Guys that admitted they did it. If you hold all these, we did this at Pirelli's house with me. We put all the, we put all the wing ribs together for all these modern planes. They're all very close. And yet before the pattern master, they were all thin. So decidedly different.
What about Hunt stuff with Saturn and things like that? That's thinner, aren't they?
Billy Werwood. Yeah, it's Billy Werwood's plane. Billy's wing is thinner. You hold that. That's a whole different, you know. You got to build a plane super light, which obviously some people can do and some can't.
You're up.
You're kidding. What a challenge. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Rick Campbell,
Yes, sir.
you're up next.
Okay.
Hey, Rick, move that fuel can. Rick, slide that fuel can over.
And the coffee mugs.
It's cute.
Thank you, judges. All right.
But you said, I said it's cute, Mike. You said thank you?
Hey, you and I never got to finish talking retro.
Yes. I wish I had mine.
Did you bring ice creams for the judges?
Oh, only for the judges, but after that
Making all that noise.
Well, you know, it's only 4 hours away. Ice can make sure I'm working so I can charge it double.
Ooh, at least.
You know the best time with the ice cream shop is like after 10. When I'm up there with some friends, it's like having your own personal clubhouse. That's pretty cool. Jose, am I gonna run through your face here?
Doesn't matter. I like you. You're good. Rick Campbell walks through the camera.
You're on.
Right. That's a heck of a smoke trail. The judges.
Palisades Park, September 16th, 2007. Testarossa, red, baby, red. Rojet 76, running a pipe. Very strong. Winds are starting to pick up.
Well, with this air, you gotta have blast through. Put in a good flight. What do you give on the horizontal lace? Horizontal lace. Horizontal lace. That was good.
At the outside stairs, I gave 31. They were bad.
Dog, you.
Show off.
I forgot to reset the handle. You screwed my handle up.
You never reset it? You never.
You got that crazy handle.
You never reset it?
That's
Jeez.
a fun.
You never set the lead
I
out.
could have won the contest. I didn't know about that.
You already did.
Where's Jimmy? Jimmy Morelli?
Still flies good, baby, after all these years.
After all you want.
Bob. Bob. Where's Jimmy? He's up next.
Oh, here you go. Whoa.
Hey, hey,
Ho,
hey.
ho, ho.
Right. Bob's up to the right.
Everybody wave! 17.
Right after my flight, where the hell are you when they move the window?
Movement!
Hey! One nitro! Oh, man. Oh, that's a sight to see. You're going to see that sometime?
Yeah, they're real good Saturday. He's real good Saturday. Yeah.
I watched it with it. See if I can find it. He's up next, right?
He actually might
What a showman, what a showman, holy man.
Yeah, they turn around and they...
Let me get him out of the way here.
Rick Campbell, first flight, Palisades. Come on, baby, let's see that retro do its thing.
Okay, next up is going to be Danny Banjock, first official.
Well, you know, everybody can build lights. It's just a matter if they want to give it their effort.
Okay, next up, Danny Banjock. Danny Banjock, first official.
No, over here. I don't know if Dave could be on it. Good last.
Peabody's got it. Where's Peabody? I don't see him. Danny Banjock, first official. And it looks like little by little the wind is starting to pick up now. Little by little. You're next, Jose. Right, Danny! Next up, Jose Modesto. Brian would have been slotted in here, but he's judging the other class.
Yeah, you can start to get naked.
Story about Dave Cook taking senior stunt and senior speed with the same airplane.
Yeah. We have our friend Raul the terrorist. He comes down with his speed ship, and some of the ringmasters are going faster. Okay, Jose Modesto, first flight.
Sitting right on the edge or something.
Yeah.
Is that one of those retro engines?
I have no idea.
Well, you'll know as soon as it gets in the air, won't you? Sounds a little loud for that.
They sound like they muffle into a beer can or something.
Yeah, big muffler.
Okay, Jose Modesto, first official.
I believe that would be a Tiger.
Sounds like a Tiger with an Adamson muffler kind of. The wind's already gone now. It's good from this point on. You see the top of the trees? This is going to turn into yesterday in about a half an hour, right around my flight. You see the plane.
You get what you get.
As Chuck Noll used to say, the snow falls on both sides of the football field. He said he never saw a football game where it only fell on the Pittsburgh side of the field.
That's what Bill Belichick said.
Yeah, he got caught doing a windy video on the Jets.
I guess he's famous for doing lots of stuff.
Why would he have to cheat? He's got one of the top teams. That's ridiculous. The Jets aren't even a contender.
He's been cheating for years. People else forgetting about him.
And they could always have a camera in their hat or something.
Well, he does other stuff too. His stadiums are famous for the communications going out between the sidelines and the coordinator up in the press booth.
But I'm saying, if you had a really crappy team and you're playing a Super Bowl winner, the crappy team did that, you'd understand. But when you got a cheater, you already got the best team, or one of the best teams.
Well, I guess he's got a guy who's like his...
the guru, yeah.
His G. Gordon Liddy that's been with him for 30 years.
Yeah, well, he's going to lose a draft pick over that, or two. He's going to pay somehow for that.
$500,000 expand.
Yeah, the money they can make up by losing a draft pick, that's where it hurts. The money is not the factor that was...
Well, they already got 2 first-round picks, so if they lose one, they still got a
Yeah. And whoever they got doing the draft seems to know, he always gets good people. He doesn't get the guys that we get or the Giants get. Because we get the guy the first week out, he breaks his leg.
Who's that? Who's we?
Jets and Giants both. They both got hurting quarterbacks. They got hurting players the first week. Yeah. They don't even start the season off with a positive note. And my son is a big football fan. Man alive, his day is ruined when they don't get, you know, they're playing Green Bay today, so who knows? They probably only lose by 10 points.
But Green Bay can't score more than 10 points. So you can't lose by more than 10 points.
That's why I can't get too involved in sports where it's just for the money. It's just, there's no sport involved. It's just money, money, money.
I like high school. I like college football. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Putting in a good fight. Well, the air still hasn't gone bad yet. I mean, it's not horrible, but it can get horrible quickly here.
I think it's, you know, there's a high pressure that's sort of drifting over us here.
Yep.
It may actually settle down a little bit.
Yeah.
High sitting on top of it.
Who knows?
Usually not too windy when you got a high right over your head.
Yeah.
But then again, the front one's good yesterday, and it's always breezy after a front one.
Oh, it was unflyable yesterday. We were out here in the rain. Detavio took a couple of flights in the morning in the rain, but that was horrible.
Mike Costello was telling me he's got a picture of this parking lot taken from the satellite with a swim contest in progress.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet if you looked on the computer now, you'd see the car. You know that Google thing?
Well, they don't take images every time, you know.
What, once an hour or something? Or?
No. It's expensive doing that stuff, and they're going to look at what they're getting paid to look at, not the stupid parking.
Oh, okay. All right, good flight, Jose. Now, we know Jose almost ran out of fuel on the first practice flight, so I don't see him doing any Fitzgerald triangles or anything at the end of this flight. I think he learned his lesson. There we go.
You're up now? No, quite. Huh?
Kyle, do you want to go over the picnic bench?
amazing stuff, Roy. How's Tommy doing?
Good. Working on their new house. Bob, where's Jimmy? He's up next.
Oh, here you go. Whoa. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho. Hey, 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 hey.
What's that, B-29?
B-17.
17.
Right after my flight. Where the hell are you when I'm doing a wing over? Hey! More nitro! Oh, man.
Imagine the 88.
Boy, that's a sight to see. You're going to see that several times today, too. They come about 3 or 4 times a day they go over the field. Now, he's going to go up the Hudson. He's going to come back down on this one run. Unbelievable.
He has it.
Okay, this is Rick Campbell, first official. Rick, the B-17, doesn't interrupt anything Campbell. What a showman, what a showman.
He's flying over the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, they turn around and they go up the Hudson. But he'll be back. He'll be back in exactly a half hour. He really loved us and take us for a ride.
He'll take you for a ride.
So you can see already what one of our problems when you shoot from a tripod. A lot of guys in our club, their IQs aren't as big as their shoe size, and what happens is they go walk right out in front of a camera and then just stand there so I get a nice shot of the back of their head and I have to edit it out. Well, I've already, in this tape alone, I've had to edit out over an hour of stuff because people walk in front of tripods. So, for the next contest, I'm going to make up a big sign that says if you walk in front of this tripod, Tony Soprano is going to visit you. Actually, it is a real problem. Jose, with the stuff we shot from Jose's camera, about 1/3 of it's no good. Somebody's standing in front of it picking their nose or scratching or something or whatever. It's just unbelievable. But anyway, we're going to get back and just keep editing out talking heads. People that stand in front of tripods and don't know they're on a windy video.
Because when you do the outsides, it turns like, okay, you're going in first, right? Coming here, nice. Then you say, and then the only thing is that once you get, I don't think so. I don't know. I really can't say that because that engine is hard to hear.
You gonna go again or is Steve gonna go?
Because that's not a
All right, this next flight, Steve Yampolsky. Steve Yampolsky, first official. What are you?
Now, this is 4 hours of RC that I shot over the years. But there's one thing on here you don't want to miss. The Connie, a 100-pound, 14-4-inch Connie. Oh, yeah. Oh.
We're on the internet right now. I think they're in Japan. 4 guys flying 4 of them.
There's 2 4-engine planes flying at the same time. They're both 100 pounds. Let's get back to the oh, yeah. Maybe enjoy it. If you want to make a copy, go ahead. I don't know.
We have some half-ass video of the first and second flight last week. What happened? One of the tapes ran out at the end. We got some.
The appearances when I took 3 one equal one, we're always the other one. But if you're not going to fly in a contest, then obviously that was your interest. And Peabody. But that definitely is right up there with the 3 best finish planes here. This is not a good day to fly it. No. This is a day to show it off, have fun with it.
That's kind of what I thought. I figured you'd wait to speak. Yeah, next more time on if you want that.
Because you can come up when it's sun heaven here. You get here early in the morning, you always can get an hour.
That's what we thought we were going to be left at 6.
You get here at 6:30 or 7 o'clock. It never blows till 9. You get that dead air. I thought it was a beach.
You did that, and I got up by the outside back.
A little bit. Much better. That's why it's playing easy. Enough as it is. But you want it to be right anyway. How does it wiggle on the side?
Remember that your tape said line check.
Oh, yeah, I guess not. I mean, with my plane, it is. That's only 6 pounds. So, that thing can go short. But an 80-ounce plane don't go short. Never. It's just like a rock.
I was amazed when they had a landing roll out to the bump in the parking lot. The next time I landed, I just held the elevators up and rolling back real quick. What do you need? Aerodynamic braking.
Yeah. Cool.
No, I just got to get enough time on it that it, I'm confident with it. I'm sure the airplane is plenty capable.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, is that guy that does the wing straps? Is that John Duncan in New York?
Yes. Okay. And you get a hold of him through Bill. Actually, get a hold of him through Noel. Get his information from Noel while you're here.
I haven't seen the Tampa directly there.
Right.
Noel is I got the number. Got to see if get a hold of New York a wing mate. Same wing for 123.
Oh, that's a good wing.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, like,
that wing will never bite you in the ass if the plane's a little heavy.
Make lines like that.
Oh, remember to lift that thing
Yeah, I found out why it was. Remember you said it might be a controlled differential problem?
Right.
What happened was when I put the flap horn in, I had set the thing up and had it level. Whether I didn't shake the thing down quickly, that air in the thing and pushed it back at about 4 or 5 degrees of down in the flap.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It would take off like a helicopter. You're like, oh, it wouldn't go here to there.
Because it's like a short tail takeoff.
Oh, yeah.
A real plane.
Oh, yeah.
So I went back and I put all my stuff, and I said, you know, when I built this thing, I took the center line of the wing before the rim line center. So I looked at it, I said, son of a bitch, I put the flaps up. So I cut the pusher out and redid the end of it.
I always measure it 15 times.
I did, and you know what? I screwed up when I measured it because then I didn't have the tape I'd taken off already because I was getting ready to silk it.
See, another way you can, I don't know if I can explain this. Here's the way. You can put 2 pieces of half-inch balsa right on top of the flap, okay? And put back here the thickness of the flap. So this is now 2 parallel things on the flap. And they're as long as the elevators are. And now you can measure from the elevators up. A lot of times you have the elevator in. Yeah, you don't even realize it. Yeah. I make all these little silly jigs and they seem to work. Well, they work for me anyway. Okay.
All the patterns and the things you had in there all work.
It's Steve Yampolsky's round 1.
Because the airplane went together the way it's supposed to.
Okay, you got it. Let's get some footage of Steve. He's certainly getting better with each contest we see him at. He is truly an up-and-comer. Rick, you better keep your eye on Steve. He's getting better.
That's right.
He's getting good. I'm impressed. All right, Steve. Good flight, man. I'm really impressed. Steve really is putting in some good flights. He had some good flights up in Lee where we worked on his plane a little bit. Not sure any of that is still, we'll have to talk to him when he gets done. He's launching Buddy. Go Buddy, baby! Buddy Weeder. In the back we got the twin going. Neil Beekman's twin Cardinal.
Hot water? No. Just walk up this thing into the house. See the peak of the roof? It's just past those playground. Are you there? To the right. Right, Rick. To the peak.
We were impressed. We did the high-duty appearance judging for the big award, the big trophy that we give away each year to the best finished plane. And I believe Hank Womble is going to be the winner this year. His plane is really the best buffed, nicest finished, and I looked at them all. Neil Beekman, one of the heroes of 9/11. True hero. He's been honored at Brodax and other places for his volunteer work after 9/11. The retired fireman, New York City fireman, and he is a true hero. Gonna pick this up with Buddy Weeder. Buddy Weeder, round 1. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't want you to be gentle with these guys, Rich. Give them a hop in the ass when they drive through here. And that guy was an American, I think. He even spoke English. I think we should put that thing up when you drive over it, you lose all your tires. I don't have any, no. Yeah, they ought to put something there. A cherry. Yeah, that's dangerous. They would drive right out there, cause a crash. Maybe put a plane through the windshield or something. They got you working, huh, Joel? Yeah, it was a lot like work. Wait, I just gotta move the camera here. I want to get Buddy's flight if I can, sir. Good fire. Joe's got the two wing. I do the body, he does the wing. I got the drawings for it done. And obviously we both got the motors in.
time. Hey, that was a good flight. I got it on video too.
Really?
That
I never looked myself fly. I saw myself fly.
no, because what I'm saying, I don't see you flying that often, so it's like when you see a baby grow up. Oh, he's 10 years old. But you guys should come down and fly with us. No, I mean like what's on camera and everything. That was good fun. And this is crap here.
Practicing.
Well, it's what I mean, when it's very nice, like at the team trails, it's beautiful. So, of course, everybody looks like a hero. But
The wing over, the wind had changed now.
yeah.
It's coming all around up. It's pushing the plane, but you got the plane and still do it straight up over.
It's fun up there.
Send it back to me. Okay? We'll do. Or make yourself 10 copies, I don't care.
So do you have on tape me burning the burgers and everything?
Everything.
So forever.
Oh, I'm so happy with that burger.
I didn't know you could have them rare until I got to the American.
Buddy, you're making my job difficult here, buddy.
So now we're going to get started on the 123.
That's a good wing. When you build around that wing, you're not going to get hurt. Like if you build a one-engine plane around a Strega wing, it's never going to be a horrible plane. It'll always fly after.
New cameras, the full camera's working out really good for you, right? Not better than that old one. Carrying that around.
That part of it's better, but the recorded footage is digital. And what that means is in analog, you don't lose things that you, whoa, what was that all? You don't. Next up, our own, go get him, Borelli! Come on, Jimmy, baby! Everybody getting ready here.